Good afternoon, teacher and classmates. My name is Belkis Alban, and I am going to talk about something about components of curriculum. There are four components. The first one is aims and objectives. The second one is content. The third one is learning experiences. And the fourth one is evaluation process. The first component is aims and objectives. Aims promote knowledge, identification with, and love for the nation or the country. Meanwhile, objectives are about the verbs that are going to be used according to Bloom's taxonomy, such as cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains. Then we have the second component, that is subject, matter, or content. Content comes in any form, in audio, in video, and it informs or entertains people. Its purposes are about to help organize material, also to present this material in a basic understanding of a course. So, in other words, it means it has to be sequential for understanding, and the content is united, the aims with the objectives, and obviously it has to respond to the students' needs. Also, contents has some principles to follow in organizing the process. They are balance, articulation, sequence, and integration. The third component is learning experiences. Instructional strategies and methods linked to curriculum experiences, and they will put into action or practice the goal and the content in order to produce a learning outcome. There are some examples about teaching strategies such as methods, approaches, constructivism, and emerging strategies. On the other hand, about educational activities, there are examples such as field trips, conducting experiments, and interacting with computer programs. The last component is about evaluation process. Every curriculum has to be evaluated, has to be tested. So, it refers to the formal determination, quality, effectiveness of a curriculum. There are several methods to accomplish this, but there is an example. CIPP model was very useful for people who are expert in this field about the curriculum. And a plan action is introduced. There are the following steps. First, focus on component on the curriculum. Then collect the information. Next, organize this information and analyze this information, and finally report this information. Now I am going to talk about phases of the curriculum. There are four phases in the curriculum. The first one is planning, the second one is content and methods, the third one is implementation, and the fourth one is evaluation. The first one, planning. I think it is a basis to do this kind of process because it lies the foundation for all curriculum development. And into this, there is one step that is identify the issue, the problem, or the need according to the target audience. I consider the target audience may be the kind of students that we are going to have. For example, children, teenagers, or maybe adults. Then, the second phase is content and methods. It determines intended outcomes, the content and methods. There is the following step, state intended outcomes. Into this section, it includes a definition of the outcome, the components of the outcome, and some examples of the outcome, and finally, an overview of the learner's behaviors. The third phase is implementation. So, in this step, once the content and the method has been chosen carefully, the production of the curriculum design begins. And finally, evaluation. There are two types of evaluation: formative evaluation and summative evaluation. Talking about formative evaluation is used during the needs assessment and testing steps. Meanwhile, summative evaluation is undertaken to measure and report about the outcomes of the curriculum. Thank you so much, teacher, for your attention. Have a good afternoon.